Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to our last lesson here in our short little mini unit on the age of Napoleon. So today we're going to be talking about New Order in Europe. So we're going to be talking about a lot of the changes that come about after Napoleon and how Europe and different European leaders are going to try to restore order in Europe. So our objectives and standards, to analyze the goals of the Congress of Vienna and to understand how the Congress of Vienna helped bring peace to Europe. And please take a moment there to read over the standards there. Please take a moment to look at them. And our desired result. What did the Congress of Vienna do? What did the Congress of Vienna do to? What did the Congress of Vienna do to reestablish peace in Europe? All right. So some background. So once Napoleon, that gentleman there, his picture right there for you again, he had been the leader and emperor, of France, self-declared emperor of France, and was the emperor of France there. But once he was once Napoleon was removed from power, European leaders are going to look for a way to restore the stability of the continent after Napoleon. Now, they're going to have a series of meetings known as the Congress of Vienna, which were held to discuss the future of Europe. Now, it consisted of the five quote-unquote great powers: Austria, Russia, Great Britain, Prussia, and France. Okay? So, Metternich has a plan. The foreign minister of Austria was Clemens von Metternich, okay, and his picture is right there for you. Now, Metternich disliked the French Revolution and thought Europe should go back to the old ways of a monarchy and how things were before the French Revolution. And he had a plan that had three parts. The first part was France should be contained by being surrounded by stronger countries to prevent further aggression. Okay, so remember, France had expanded under Napoleon, and Napoleon had taken over a good part of Europe. So Metternich says, hey, let's surround France with stronger countries, so that way France can't take over Europe again. Metternich also wanted a balance of power, so that no country could be a threat to another, so that way Germany couldn't take over Europe, or France, or Great Britain, or whoever. So there should be a balance of power among European nations, so that no one could be a threat to another. And again, a major part of Metternich's idea was restoring royal families, or restore royal families to the throne before Napoleon took control. So those royal families that had been in charge in Europe should take over their rightful thrones and power again in Europe. So containing France. The weaker countries around France were made stronger to prevent future aggression by the French. So countries that surrounded France that had been taken over by France are going to be made stronger so they can keep France in check, basically, and make sure France can't expand again like it had under Napoleon. A balance of power. Now, although European nations want to punish France for what happened under the leadership of Napoleon, they didn't want to make France an enemy either. So they want to punish them, but they're also thinking towards the future and thinking, hey, we need to, establish a balance of power across Europe. Now, France did have some power restored, but only a little bit. Remember, trying to keep France in check, but we're also trying not to make them an enemy either. The Congress of Vienna also made sure no other country could overpower another. Again, they're trying to avoid another Napoleon coming to power. Restoring power. They also agreed that those who were removed from the throne should be reinstated, and this was known as legitimacy. So monarchs and their families began to rule again across Europe, and the Congress of Vienna believed that the monarchs would bring peace and stability again. We'll see that that really kind of works out, doesn't work out in some situations as we go through the year here, through the course. But for the time being, the Congress of Vienna believed that the monarchs could bring back some of that peace and stability that was there before Napoleon took control. So the results of the Congress of Vienna. The Congress of Vienna also ensured, that they would come to the aid of a country if it were threatened by another. And because of this, for 40 years, Europe was at peace with each other. So the Congress of Vienna really does do some good things to help restore peace. However, while it's restoring peace and countries aren't really going to war with each other necessarily, like we don't have France really going to war with Great Britain or Germany declaring war on Spain, but we're going to see there's a lot of internal conflict in these countries that aren't going to make the people of these countries happy. So conservative control. Many European leaders worried that revolution could break out again, just like in the French Revolution. So to avoid this, they took some steps. One of these was the Holy Alliance. Now, the Holy Alliance was between Russia, Prussia, and Austria, and they signed an agreement based on their Christian beliefs to stop revolutions. The Holy Alliance, Russia, Prussia, and Austria signed an agreement based on their Christian beliefs to stop revolutions. So they formed their own kind of alliance system there. Now, Metternich also proposed the Concert of Europe. Now, this isn't a musical concert like you think about today, but a concert like a group. So Metternich also proposed the Concert of Europe, which was an agreement that countries would help put an end to revolutions. In other words, if revolutions spouted up in Great Britain or in Germany, other European countries would work together to help put an end to that revolution. Again, trying to avoid the French Revolution and the rise of another Napoleon. So they're thinking towards that. So liberals lead. So remember a couple slides ago or a couple minutes ago, I mentioned that even though Europe's going to be at peace with each other, countries really aren't going to be fighting amongst each other, we're going to see some trouble within those countries. So the Congress of Vienna could not stop the spread of ideas that came out of the French Revolution, such as equality, freedom, individualism, all these different liberal ideas that had started the American Revolution, the Enlightenment, American Revolution, the French Revolution. So they're already spread across Europe. Now, many are going to seek reforms by their governments following the Congress of Vienna or during the Congress of Vienna. And when reforms don't come, or did not come, we're going to see some revolutions were next in line. So revolutions were next in line, and like I said, as we go through the course here and through the rest of the year, we'll see how people in France and in Germany and elsewhere in Europe are going, and even around the world for that matter, in Latin America, are going to start revolutions for better equality and better freedom following the Congress of Vienna and things like that. All right, so our closure. What did the Congress of Vienna do to reestablish peace in Europe? Think about Metternich's plan. What did he propose? What did they agree upon? Think about the different alliance systems and what these countries were working towards to help restore, peace in Europe, and that will help you answer your question. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Please take your time and try your best on the questions that follow, and let me know of any questions or concerns. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I hope to see and talk to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.